I welcome you to DAF Speaks. On this session of the show, I'll be interacting with a very young and courageous son of Ghana, flying the flag of Ghana very high in the US and making us very, very proud. His name is Hope Avayevu, and he is a beneficiary of the Life Transforming Initiative. But before you get to hear from him, as he shares his story and how he has greatly benefited from the education through sports, let's go for this quick breather, and when we are back, you get to learn from him. Do stay with me and go nowhere. Welcome back from that short breather, and thank you so much for staying with us. For some interesting reasons, I've been calling him James, and I just don't understand. But well, we get to find out. Maybe it's a mystery. Hope, how are
Yeah,
you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Very, very fine. It's really great to have you here on the show.
Nice to see you here too, and it's my it's a good feeling to be here to share my story
Mm,
with everyone that will be able to hear from me
mm.
this story.
Oh, that's great. You're looking great, by the way.
Thank you.
Show me
Yeah,
the way. The looks.
thank you.
Show me the way. So today we would basically focus on you. How the initiative has been of a great help for you, okay? But we begin with your story. Tell us about your background. Who are you? Who is Hope?
My name is Hope Kodzo Avayevu. I'm from the Volta region, but I live. My family lives in Dowenya. That's and I come from a family of four, and I'm the third born.
Okay. How did this whole passion for football begin?
Well, I just grew up following football. I don't know where this came from, but my dad was a coach, so
Mm.
I just followed him to the field and start kicking balls, and that's where the love began. The love for football began.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Wow. And I think you were really fortunate because, with football, the journey of football, some really have it as a walk in the jungle,
yeah.
where the family will be like, you don't have to play football.
I
Nobody has to
understand.
be a footballer in this family. Wow, you had your dad supporting you. And I think that's a very, great thing. How was your life, before being part of education through sports?
It was very tough, I would say, because there were a little opportunity around where I
Mm,
was playing, and it was really hard because I haven't really stay with my family. I just stay with friends and a couple of people that are willing to help me because of the talent that I have. So it was really tough because staying without your mom and your dad to get food at least 2, 3 times a day, it was really hard because you have
mm.
to do something to earn something to eat. But like
So you're
sometimes,
hustling.
yeah. So it was just like a hustling field, and then it was really tough.
I see. So how did you, get involved in education through sports? How did it come about?
Well, I just joined a team. It was like a trial that they play, and I just joined a team to play the trial. And lucky I got selected, and then we we were camp for a couple of months just to get ready for a tournament. And that was when I met Ambassador Bennett
Bennett.
and Kislowusu, Bright Williams, and other people that have helped me got to this far in my life.
Okay. So you saw an opportunity for all your life. It was like a struggle and all of that, and you saw the opportunity. But there's a saying that when opportunity presents itself and you don't have the preparation, you lose it. For you, how prepared, were you?
Well, I would say because the dream was just big, and then I believe in myself so much, and the
Mm.
love that I have for the football was just so different to the extent I was always ready for anything that comes my way.
Wow.
So I was always prepared. I was always ready. Say,
Wow, ever
yeah.
ready. Wow. It is very, very, inspiring to know how he was self motivated. Listening to him, this is what he said. He had the self confidence and he had the passion. The interaction is really getting inspiring. But please permit me to take a quick breather and we'll be right back. Do stay with me.
white shirt's up there, and it's turned over. Avayevu scores! Just a quick turnover, and there is hope for North Texas. They find a second and lead on the road. It's 2-0.
Very high on the turnover. Isaiah Parker can't pick out the first player, then watch all of the shirts around commit. Everybody to the spot. Kamungo in on it. Colin Smith wrapped up. You've got Luis Miguel off the left shoulder. Everybody involved. And yet it's one of those attacking midfielders and Avayevu that pushes through to double the lead.
Welcome back from that short breather. This is still Daf Speaks, and I still have here with me the iconic Hope Avayevu, a beneficiary of education through sports. Now, Hope, we will talk about your journey, from Ghana to the US. When you actually heard, when the news hit you finally that you were traveling to the US, how did you feel about it?
It was just a great feeling. I don't know how to explain all this, but all be to like God, because like we were a lot of people from the beginning of the like the scouting and everything. There were a lot of people, but at the end of the day, we were selected among. So it was just a great feeling for me and my family and everybody that believed in me. It was just a great feeling.
Wow, I see. Now tell us, how was the journey from Ghana to the US like, preparation on the plane when you got to Dallas? Talk to us about it.
Okay, so we went as a team. So it was like we moved from camp all the way to the airport, straight to the airport. So it wasn't like I didn't know how to prepare myself because we were already in like tracksuit and then getting ready, and we had everything in camp already. So we just moved straight to the camp, straight to the airport, from the camp to the airport. So it wasn't like I don't know, but it just
You
looked
didn't
normal to
really,
me
it
because
was
everybody
normal.
was wearing the same thing. We all pick up the same thing. So it
Oh,
wasn't like
okay.
yes.
Okay, I see. Now, on the plane, tell us. Many people, interesting enough, many people have different experiences on the plane for the first time.
Right.
Talk to us about yours.
Well, mine was I don't know how to explain this, but for my first time, I was a little bit scared.
Scared of what?
When the plane was about to take off, I was a little bit scared. I just had a real feeling deep down in me, and I just couldn't hold it. I just couldn't hold myself in the plane. I was a little bit scared, but after some time, I got used to it. But yeah, my first time I was a little bit scared.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah,
So, after that experience and all of that, you finally got to, the soul of America, Dallas.
yeah.
How was your day like? Take us like a day in your life while in Dallas.
Well, I just woke up in a beautiful house and with beautiful people around me. Thanks
Okay.
to the Regio family,
Okay.
they helped me. They took care of me and everything. I just woke up early in the morning with breakfast served, which has never happened in my life. That was the first time
Oh,
in a
interesting.
beautiful weather, so it was just an amazing story.
Hmm. I
It was
see.
just like a dream come true. I didn't know whether it was like I was still in my dream, but then I was feeling everything I was going around, which was giving butterflies over.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now, when you went to the park, how was it like? How different is it from that of Ghana?
Yeah, so I mean, after waking up that day, we have to go train because our tournament in 2 3 days time we started our tournament. So we went to train on the grass field, which was the first time seeing like a nice field like that. And I told myself at that moment that this has just been something I've been watching on the telly every single day, and now I'm here and I can feel all those stuff. So this is like a dream. Let me just follow whatever I've been praying and asking for,
Hmm.
and yeah, that was how everything started. Like it was a good environment, and the facilities, everything was so good that I couldn't see myself coming back home again.
I see.
Yeah,
What was your inspiration at that moment? Those times. What was inspiring you?
I just wanted to do whatever that come in my mind, I feel like just go do it because yeah, I believe in myself so much
Mm,
with the talent that I have, and I put God first in anything. So I
mm.
just wake up and then do everything that comes my way. And whenever I'm on the field, I don't think about like anybody else because I follow what my heart tells me, and it just follow up every single day.
Wow, so
That's what
like a king in your own,
I just
space.
follow myself.
Wow,
I just follow myself.
interesting.
Yeah,
Now, let us talk about support. How helpful was the Ghanaian community in Dallas to you?
they were so good to me. I remember I met this lady Grace Bedu from nowhere. I didn't know her from anywhere, but she just hold me like a son
Wow.
and make. I mean, she made me a lot of Ghanaian food, which I
It made you
I
feel like you're home.
I felt like I was home. I didn't feel like
Wow.
coming home anymore. I didn't.
Hey.
For some reason, when I got there for some time, I didn't meet any Ghanaian there, so I was homesick for some time. But when I met this lady, I felt like I was home, and
Wow.
she has my mother's name too. So I was like,
Oh, that's
that
good.
my mom is already with me, so I don't need to think about my mom in Ghana
Oh,
anymore. Yes.
the power of women. Now, let us talk about, people like Mr. Owusu, Ambassador Rika Bennett, and Bright Williams. How helpful have they been to you?
Uh, those those people have been so good to me. I don't know how to explain everything, but I pray they live long and God will take them everywhere they go and then bless them so much because living in a country Ghana like it's really hard whenever you
Mm,
follow a dream like football,
mm.
and they have been like really helpful to me in my life. I don't know how to explain this, but
So, like, they are your angels,
they
so
are my angels. I would say my mom, my dad, everything that covers me to be able to get to this far in my life. They 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 put every penny that they could do everything that
wow,
they could do to help me. So they are like angels in my life that
wow.
saved me from maybe I don't know if they were in my life. I don't know where I may be, but thanks to
Mm,
them.
wow. So, but for them, it wouldn't have been so.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. How has education through sport? Now, I want to find out how has the initiative itself transformed your life?
Well, I would say like um, when you follow sports without education, I would say it will be really tough for you because at the beginning, I wasn't really into education. I just focused on the football side, but it got to a place where I felt like I need education to push more and more because after the football, you have like a long life and find something better to do than just staying at home. And education has been like really helpful to me. Even like going through your contract on your own, be able to read whatever they ask you because I remember, they speak English in America too.
Yeah.
So when you are not really good in that, it's really difficult to communicate with your other
Mm.
teammates and your coaches and whatever you're supposed to do. So it's just an important thing that nobody has to skip
Mm.
in their daily
So,
life.
I even picked something from you. That means without education, there's a high chances of you having a language barrier, even with your team,
Yeah,
members.
yeah.
Wow, I see. I see. That's very, very interesting. So, do you actually believe? I want to now find out from you. Do you believe that education is key to sports? Because look, some people in Ghana and other part of Africa and other part of the world, they think that, oh, you just need to have the talent, you just need to have the passion, you just need to believe in yourself, and you are good to go in sports. But there's this whole shifting paradigm of education. So I want to find out, do you believe that education is imperative to sports?
Yeah, of course, 100%. What you're saying is really true because a lot of when I was young, I never thought of like adding education to the sports side of my life, but I got to a place where I felt like it's really important in my life, which I mean, it's been helping me a lot. So
Mm,
yeah, for sure, education is really something that you don't have to take out of your life, and it's really helpful. Yeah, with the sports.
wow. Wow. Now, to you watching us out there, just know that education plays an integral role in your performance in sports. I have been listening to the story of hope, and I am sure that you have been inspired today not to give up on your journey with sports and not to give up on education as well. At this juncture, I would like you to look into the camera and put out there your last words. What would you like to tell the person watching you out there?
One thing that I would say about education through sports is that, I mean, we all know education is key to success, and a lot of the youth in Ghana like find it difficult to put yourself into that. And I want to say this, like, it's really helpful. So let's just put our mind into education whenever we into sports. It's just the best key, and it will be like very helpful to you and your family and everyone around you. And I want
Okay.
to say a big thank you to um, Abdella, Jacob, Guna, and all those that have been helpful to me. I mean, I can't mention every name, but everybody that have been helpful to me, that support me through my journey, I want to say a big thank you. Thank you.
So that's thank you from Hope to anybody that has been of a great help to him. This is how we draw down the curtains for this session of Dav Speaks with Hope. Before we get to draw down the curtains finally, let us hear a testimonial from the ambassador of the Diaspora African Forum. That's Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Erica Bennett. Do stay with me. Welcome back from that quick breather, and thank you so much for staying with me. As I said before going for that quick breather, I told you that the all majestic ambassador of the Diaspora African Forum will be joining us. I have here with me Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Erica Bennett. She is the Bichim Boys' mother, a woman that has been doing so well for this very good cause. I would like you to talk to us. What is your testimonial about hope?
Well, you don't have enough time for me to talk about Hope. Hope is an incredible young man who we're so proud of. He's an example of once you give an opportunity, someone who takes full advantage of that. And that's what he has done. Our education through sports program, and he is part of them. In fact, we say he's our poster child. Uh, he he is in the United States, and I'm sure you've gotten all of his history and background and all of that. But the thing that we love about him is that he hasn't forgotten from whence he's come. You know, he loves Ghana. Every opportunity he gets, he comes back to Ghana. He and the thing that I'm very happy about, when he comes, he brings me perfume and brings
Wow.
me $100. Can you imagine?
That's
Hey,
great.
that's I think is wonderful.
Yeah.
And you know, and Mr. Wusu and Bright, who was very instrumental in helping him, you know, he hasn't forgotten us. And too often, what happens is that when these young people get exposed, they forget from whence they've come. You see, and that's the point with the education through sports. Education through sports is you have to get a skill, number one, so that whatever happens to you, you can always live your life, the best life you can live. So I'm not going to talk long. I just want to say to you, Hope, I'm so proud of you, so proud of you. Um, we're now working to get him some endorsements.
Oh,
You
that's
see how
great.
good looking he is, and everybody
Yeah.
wants him to endorse their stuff. And you know, we have a lot of hope for Hope. Hope has started with this Dallas team, but there's so many other teams who are looking at him as well.
Oh, that's very great. The all iconic Ambassador Erica Bennett. So this is how we draw down the curtains for this session of DAF Speaks. As I had Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Erica Bennett, I would like to say thank you so much, for giving us time to be on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charity, for what you're doing. This is very important that we begin to tell our own stories. And we have incredible stories like Hope and the things that Mr. Owusu is doing. And, We just launched another program called Your Hometown, where people will go and take care of their hometown. So DAF is doing some phenomenal kinds of work, and we're very excited, and we're glad you're part of our team to tell the story.
Thank you. And thank you so much, Hope. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for coming back to your roots. We are so grateful for that. And to you who spent that time to watch us, we just want to say a very thank you for staying with us. This is how we draw down the curtains for this session of DAF Speaks. Until I come your way next time, it's a bye now.